Hey folks, it's Sunday, the 18th of May, and I just want to recap, if I may, with you. Yesterday, as you folks know, besides being my VC channel where I talk to you about music, this is virtually a diary, and has been for a while, where I share with you and I kind of basically document for posterity what's going on with me at the time. And I shared with you yesterday that I had a couple things going on. I had a callback for a movie role that I had to read for, and I had a big show last night with my old punk rock band RAF. It was the big punk rock reunion, which has been going on for the last 3 days here in Omaha. It was a group of people, the scene, as it were, back in the 80s. We did this once in 2006, I believe. And people came back to Omaha from all over the world, and it was magical. RAF, my band RAF, reformed for that show. It was magical. I didn't think that we could do it again. We did. Last night was amazing. But the first part of the day was really, really fun. As you know, or not as you know, this poster here is an independent film called Flyover Country that I wrote the soundtrack for, and it is going to be released on DVD, and when that's available I'll let you know. I'm really happy. I didn't know that would happen, but it's going to DVD, and so if you're interested in seeing it and purchasing it, you'll be able to. But I'm in the movie. It really is a natural part for me. I'm playing a record store owner. So as I am hanging out with Jim Fields and Sean Vedek, the people who are Objective 49 Films, I was sharing with them that there was a couple things about my part in the script that, well, this isn't actually factually correct about one of Omaha's first rock bands to try to get some notoriety out of Omaha, Froggy Beaver, hard rock band. They weren't the first, which is what it says in the script, so we're going to change that. I'm going to be factual. There's a bunch of bands, hard rock bands, progressive bands playing Captain Beefheart before Froggy Beaver here in Omaha back in the 60s. But that was fun, and so I'll be in the film. And I know you watch my videos, Jim and Sean, so that's cool, Thank you for asking me to do some music for you. I'm not doing the soundtrack this time, but I do want some more of my music for the movie. This is wonderful because it's work. It's what I need. It's paid work. Thank you guys. The punk rock reunion, which there are some clips online now. The clips that were shared with me were shared to Facebook, and I'll see if they're on YouTube. If they are, I'll put the links below. Worth seeing, okay? Some of my recent solo shows where my friend Trevor Henderson has videotaped me, I just don't think it's really much to see if you weren't there. This is something to see. The old men still have it. There were several bands that played, and people from all over the United States came again. A lot of people from Seattle. A lot of the folks from Omaha Punk ended up in Seattle. So we had a big Seattle contingent last night. And it was all ages too. So many people brought their kids, which for many people now in their late 40s and 50s, it's no big deal because the kids are grown. But there were some little kids there. And that was really cool because, again, that's what it's always been about to me, The punk thing has always been about all ages, community. It really has been. It's been about, youth, and community. There were people there who I had completely forgotten. It ties in with my mental health work, too. Because I was older than everyone when I was hanging out on the scene in the 80s doing punk. I was also doing the band Digital Sex and jazz and other stuff. but I always wanted to be around youth, and because of my work with the kids in the hospital, I just had this connection. And several people came up last night that I didn't remember right away who reminded me that's where they met me, was that I was a tech in the hospital and they were little kids. And they told me even then, and I talked about it with this woman, Andrea, last night. The kids sensed it then, that I was, not that I was cool, because being cool wasn't always cool as an adult with kids. Some of you know what I mean. The kids said that they recognized that even though as an adult I was one of them, that I understood that many of those kids did not deserve to be in the hospital. It was family problems that the parents didn't want to deal with, didn't want to own up to, and stick them in the hospital. And this was true for a lot of people. Not that the psych services aren't real and that they don't help people, but there's a lot of children constantly to this day who are being abused by the system because families can afford to just ship them off when they're tired of the problem or whatever it is that they want to deal with. But the other thing I'm trying to get at is that there is this bond with this group of people that seems to be lifelong and very, very deep. There's that Exodus song, Bonded by Blood. I used to have that. Love that band. I missed it. They just played recently in Kansas. I couldn't go. But I have this feeling that many of us are bonded by punk forever. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's a clan. RAF, we, again, I'll try to get a link to the clip. We were one of Omaha's best punk bands, and we proved it again last night. And to me, it is always about that. I love playing the music, but I always want to take it to the level. I always want to take it I want to do it for real. And we, with our old fat selves, we brought the noise last night, and people were in awe. We didn't steal the night, but there was 3 bands that had to play after us, and Mousetrap was one of them. Mousetrap kicked butt. Everyone was good, but you talk to anyone that was there, it's like RAF, we brought the noise, we brought the realness, a mosh pit. The only time, and we're all in our 40s and 50s and stuff, but during RAF, and it's on the clip, mosh pit broke out for real. Didn't last long because of our age. There were some young kids there who was moshing. And there was this big redheaded guy, I don't know who he was, and he started moshing, everybody got the fuck away from him. It's like, shit, we gotta go to work and shit. It was funny. Fantastic night, folks. Fantastic night. So I really don't have any records to show you in this clip. I just want to share with you the glow that I feel, and this is what I live for, okay? I took merch, and so I sold. Now, RAF made a tape. Those tapes are collector's items. But Tim had made up some MP3 CDs. I don't know why he didn't just burn CDs, but his wife brought those last night, and we sold a bunch of those. I sold my merch. Thank God, People bought my records and stuff, And then also, I think that we made money, and I'm pretty sure that we made money. The bands made money. I mention that because, again, I'm really intent on living like this and not thinking about going back to work. Making this artist thing work, and it is working. But I'm still buzzing over the camaraderie, the love, the music. It's what I live for. It is, and I am very grateful, very grateful. I know I got that much together. I knew I wanted to get that much out. There's more I could say, but I'll leave it at that. And I'll see you all soon.